Alright, welcome to the video today. Today I want to talk about diet. Yeah, so a lot of you have come to me asking me how can I make a diet and stick to it. Now, it seems it's a common issue because people would come to me, Mr. Weaver, I tried this, I stopped after a month, I tried this, I stopped after 2 months, I cannot seem to stick to a diet. So let me help you with something. When you are committing to anything, not just your diet, but even your exercise and everything, anything to do with your health and fitness, one thing that you must keep in mind is that take it as a lifetime goal. You want to stay healthy your whole life. You want to stay fit your whole life. So the measures that you take to achieve the same should be things that you can do for a long period, should be things that you can do for your lifetime. So one thing that I've noticed with people, when you get into a diet, you are too strict. You are too strict. What do I mean? You can wake up today and say, I want to do this diet. And then you say, I'll no longer eat this, I'll no longer eat that, I'll no longer touch this, I'll no longer touch that. Now, these are things that you have been eating your entire life. These are things that you have been eating since you were born. Like here in Malawi, somebody can just wake up and say, I've stopped eating nsima. So you've been eating nsima for 30 years, 40 years, 26 years, you've been eating nsima since you were born. And now one day you just wake up and say, I will no longer eat nsima. You see the problem now? Now, a thing like that is too drastic. You find that after some time it will be too hard to maintain. You just say, in my diet I will not be eating this, I will not be eating that, I will not be eating this. That becomes too hard. Unless if it is a medical condition that the doctor has recommended, but you just want to get on a diet, don't be too strict with yourself because you will not maintain it. So this is what I advise my clients or anyone else for that matter. If you want to get on a diet, don't be too strict, all right? It's something that you want to do for the rest of your life. Don't be too harsh with yourself. You have been eating 3 pieces of nsima. Why don't you just say, I'll be eating 1, or I'll be eating 2, or I'll be eating 1.5? You see, already you are managing the thing. Instead of just waking up one day and saying, I'll no longer do this. Now when the craving comes and then you are struggling, you are battling, like your whole life is now a battle against what to eat, what not to eat. No, be kind to yourself. You can't just wake up and say, I'll no longer touch this. Now you spend the rest of your time battling, what to touch or not to touch, to have or not to have. Like that, it's going to be difficult for you. That is only sustainable for professionals. I always tell you, professionals. Now, when you're talking about professionals, they have to. It's their job. So if you know that because of my job I cannot eat nsima, you know you manage it because it's your job. You know this is how I make my money, this is how I earn my bread. So you manage it to say, from now onwards I'll not be eating nsima. But for the sake of, you just want to stay healthy, I advise you, be fair to yourself. Do not be too strict. Do not be too strict. You will not die because you are eating a little bit of nsima that you have been eating for how many soever years. You will not die because you were on a diet and then you ate 1 ice cream. No. Take it in a way that you are going to be able to maintain it to the longest of time. So instead of managing, just chopping off everything radically, you can start to manage your amounts consumed. Manage the amounts you consume. For example, you don't want to eat this kind of food. Instead of just saying no longer eating, manage the amount little by little. If you get to a point where you've stopped all over, it's because you have been doing it gradually, not just one day. But when you're doing it gradually, at least it gives you time to adjust. It gives you time to adjust, to deal with the cravings, to deal with the missing of the food. But if you just say, today I've woken up, I'll no longer touch this. I'm telling you, that's why you come back to me after 6 months to say, no, I couldn't manage. No, I couldn't handle it. But be fair to yourself, little by little. Just manage your amounts, add in some exercise, and add in some healthy habits. So if the thing you want to stop, you think, this is not healthy for me, instead of just dropping it all together, which you cannot manage, try to say, I'll drop half of it, and then the other half, I'll add in something healthy. You like to take a lot of sodas. Instead of saying, I'll no longer drink a soda, let's say, instead of 4 bottles of Coca-Cola a day, maybe I'll be having 1. The rest of the bottles, I'll be drinking water. You see, now that is something that you can manage. Instead of just saying, I've stopped eating this, you can say, I'll be eating a little of this, and then I'll add in maybe a salad or something. Now, if you do a diet like that, I'm telling you it's something that you can maintain, but at the same time, it's helping you because you are no longer eating unhealthy as you used to. So in summary, this is what I'm talking about. Don't be too strict. Don't be too rigid with your diet. Start small. Start small, start small, start small, and then you can manage it for a long period of time. Thank you.